Okay, guys, welcome to the Blonde Files. My name is Kat. I'm attorney Kat, Kathleen Martinez.
I'm Erica Rose, Esquire.
I'm Niki Ghazian from Ghazian Law Group.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Lawrence Taylor, who's a little controversial because he's up for counsel, right, having to do with children, but he's also a registered sex offender. So we need to dive into this.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
It's definitely messy.
Yeah, it's very messy.
I think people should be given a second chance in life once they've done their sentence, but I just don't know if this is the right environment for him to be. It's youth sports. It's a little bit cringe.
Yeah.
And inappropriate
Like
to
maybe
me.
not in the White House.
Yeah,
or
maybe
with
not in
any
the White
children.
House.
But I think he's
Yeah,
gonna,
away from
I
children.
think he's just there to set the fitness test standards. I don't know if he's gonna be hanging with the teens.
Yeah, but the fact that
Hopefully.
the division has youth in it, it's just not. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
I think it
maybe
will be
rehabilitate
interesting.
other NFL sex offenders. Maybe
Yeah.
work with them. I don't know, someone you can relate to, not children.
Literally.
Well, I had to Google him because I hadn't heard of him.
Because he's old.
Yeah, he's old. But I will say every guy that I've asked, including my husband, right away knew who he was. He used to play for the New York Giants. He was in my favorite movie.
What's your favorite movie?
Waterboy.
He was? He was in that
Yes,
movie?
as
That's so.
himself.
I love that movie too, but
Yeah,
I
he
don't
made a
remember him.
cameo
Okay,
as
I've never
himself.
seen it.
And then he was also in Any Given Sunday, which I don't know, but
That's-
he played a different character.
That's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I love all the football movies, you know why, but
Yeah, as a former pro athlete, what do you feel about him?
I actually didn't know who he was either, surprisingly, but I looked him up and he's obviously a really accomplished athlete. It's just he seems to have had a troubled life. He had this whole rap sheet of DUIs in the 80s and then the sex offense in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's misdemeanor.
I think he
right,
was
so-
50.
Look, I think for people who haven't committed crimes or had a past like that, it's hard for us to digest things like pedophilia. It's not cool. It's obviously a crime of moral turpitude and nobody likes it. It's hard
No.
to forgive. You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone forgives it.
But with that said, personally, I feel like maybe as a lawyer, I feel like once you do your sentence for your alleged crime, that you should, as a human being, be given a chance to rehabilitate and have a new life and be embraced
That's
to some
wonderful.
degree. But I understand both sides of it, that certain people are not cool with that.
I know.
With that said, I think he should be given another chance in life, but I'm just not sure if a presidential administration with youth athletes is the right place for him to
And
be doing
he
that.
felt the same way.
Yeah.
When he saw his acceptance speech or whatever, he was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. He literally said that. He's like, I literally don't know what I'm
He
doing
knows
here.
he's not qualified. So
Yeah.
why do you think the current president thought he was qualified?
It's not that he's not qualified.
Yeah.
He's a decorated athlete, right?
Yeah.
But given his past with his criminal history and especially surrounding pedophilia, it's kind of cringe to have someone like that leading the youth sports division.
Yeah.
What?
Like
That's
he's
I
going
think
to have sex with
I
It's
think
not
you-
the only option. Of everyone
Exactly.
you can pick, why him?
I can tell you. I can literally tell
Tell
you.
me why.
He's a New York Giant,
Yeah.
and I'm speculating here, but I know I'm right with my speculation. You can just circumstantial evidence here, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump, 80s, he's out partying. It's New York, Manhattan. They're all at the same parties. He's a star athlete. He's in Manhattan. They obviously partied together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were friends.
They're
For
obviously
sure.
friends, and that's literally all it is.
He's doing his friend a favor.
Literally
Yeah.
all it is, and I can
And he's
speculate
also an
on
actor,
that,
and Trump has an entertainment background.
yeah, they're
so,
friends. They're
they're
party friends from Manhattan. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? They
for
used to go to
sure.
the same parties.
Yeah. So do you think that the White House briefed Trump on maybe this is not a good idea?
No, I think for me, what I see is that Donald Trump is just surrounded by a bunch of yes men, and he's in an echo chamber of ideas.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the second anybody goes against him, I kind of feel like he has probably a personality disorder. People like that, if you go against the grain with them, they
They
dispose of
threaten
you.
you.
They
Yeah.
dispose of you.
You're
They don't
done.
keep you around, So people like that like echo chambers, and unfortunately, their behaviors go unchecked.
And
because of
maybe
that.
that's something he also felt about Lawrence Taylor, is that he could be that type of echo chamber like you're talking about. Maybe he's going to be a yes man, because in his acceptance speech, he said, I'm here to serve you, to
Yeah.
president.
Yeah, well, he fires anyone who
And-
says no.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
He looks for people who he's I could care less about your moral character,
Right.
Yeah.
but will you obey me? Literally, will you do what I say?
I almost actually feels like he gets off on putting people that have a poor moral compass in his vicinity because it like almost normalizes him. Because he has a poor moral compass. There was a quote of him.
You can relate.
No, but there was a quote of him talking about like the Miss America pageants that he was a part of. He's like, yeah, it's great. You know, they let you back there and you can see all the girls changing. They're underage teenage women that you are talking about watching change.
Yeah.
That is not cool. That is not normal. So for him, if he's surrounding himself with people with poor morals, they just normalize him.
Yeah, but to his credit, I will say, like, I did some looking into it, and when Lawrence Taylor hired the escort, he was 50, and she testified that she did hold herself out to be 19, and so did her pimp, and yes, that's weird, whatever, but he did not know she was 16.
But how do we know that?
We don't know that.
But she testified that, like the prostitute did.
Yeah, so she admits it, but she's also terrified of this super rich, powerful guy.
People get paid off behind the scenes. Yeah. That's why someone like Diddy went unchecked for so long.
Right.
We know as lawyers that they intimidate witnesses.
Hello, Me Too
they pay them off. So, no,
but,
it's like when people are like, why didn't you come out sooner against this, like, super rich dude that's, like, friends with Donald Trump? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't want to come out and, like, go against him either.
No.
Like,
do you think Kanye West or Diddy is going to be his next appointment for Youth Arts and Entertainment?
I feel like Donald Trump would absolutely love to appoint Diddy or Kanye West to anything. Like,
wait, didn't Diddy petition Donald Trump for a pardon? Does anybody know what happened with that?
I think he's, like,
he did?
Something.
Yeah.
I feel like Trump is considering it.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard what happened.
Well, why do you think, like, it normalizes him,
it was like the day after the sentencing, his lawyers approached Donald Trump for a pardon.
Yeah, but he hasn't done it for Ghislaine.
He hasn't done it yet.
Right?
For who?
Ghislaine Maxwell?
No.
But she's
and he
asked
probably
for it,
won't
right?
do it for her because, like, Epstein's dead.
Yeah.
We want to see the list.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Everyone wants to see the list.
But I actually am like, I was like, I don't know. If I could pick who Trump would have appointed instead of Lawrence Taylor, I would have picked... Okay, my pick would have been Shane Battier. Do y'all know who he is?
No.
That's the thing. Like, well, he was a Rockets player, but he's, like, so cute, so sweet.
I'd pick Niki.
Thanks, I would do it.
But, like,
I know.
You would be good at it.
I would do it.
Trump, call her. But, like, if you had to pick, like, another, like, NFL player, like, who would it be?
You had said Tom Brady. And
well, he's hot.
I agree with that.
So, like, we need more hotness.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
I don't think Tom would do it.
So,
Tom would be like, I'm busy.
I don't think he would do it.
He's so handsome. You met him before.
He's busy dating models and being the GOAT.
He's gorgeous.
He doesn't have time for Donald Trump.
Okay, guys. Well,
who would you pick?
Combo. I would pick Niki, like I said.
Yeah.
So I think next time we have to discuss how maybe Nikki's going to be in another position. But
yeah, I think that would be a good move.
I also think Kat needs to be in the administration. She needs to be head of immigration.
Donald
Trump call us.
The real immigration Barbie. And I won't dress up.
Again.
I actually dress up like this all the time. So, okay, but serious question. Do you guys think that Lawrence Taylor will stay in his position? Or do y'all think that he'll get fired or ousted by Trump the minute he's like adversary to him or disagrees with him? What do you think?
I just feel like I can't answer that with any type of certainty because Donald Trump seems to have this dynamic of volatile behavior in all his relationships. Like you saw him with Elon, they were super tight, and then next thing you know, he's outing him on Twitter for being on the
and they're getting divorced.
So it's like you just don't know with this guy. One day he's friends with someone, the next day they're enemies.
I think Lawrence Taylor's here to stay. I do.
You do?
And I think he's going to prove everyone wrong, if the ones that are against him and the ones that support him. Like all the guys I spoke to about him, like I went around asking every guy, and they were like really a big fan of his.